Smithfield Foods headquarters are located in Smithfield, Virginia. They have operations worldwide, including the world's largest slaughterhouse located in Tar Heel, North Carolina. Smithfield is the largest pork processing company which presently employs over 45,000 people. Many ethical issues surround Smithfield's operations. Such issues include occupational health and safety violations, humane slaughter violations, food and safety violations, environmental violations, workforce exploitation, and the use of illegal immigrant labor are all ethical issues that will be explored in this presentation. Occupational health, safety, and labor violations. Over the years, Smithfield has been guilty of many serious OSHA violations that endanger their workforce. Smithfield is an anti-union. Those wanting to unionize were intimidated and threatened by their company. Very dangerous jobs, such as killing pigs and dismembering them with sharp knives, rarely pay much over the minimum wage. Fast-paced, repetitive assembly lines cause excessive fatigue and physical harm to workers. Working conditions lead to injuries, illnesses, and burnout, playing a large part in the reason that the turnover rate is 5,000 plus each year at the Tar Heel plant. I did the little Humane slaughter violations. In 2010, the U.S. Humane Society investigated Smithfield's operations. Many inhumane practices were found, including a lame pig that was shot in the head with a stun gun, dragged by its snout to a dumpster, and tossed in while it was clearly still alive. Prematurely piglets falling through the barred floors into waste pools are just left there to die. Also, employees jabbing pigs to make them move and are violently throwing piglets into transportation carts. And most importantly, no veterinarians are on staff to treat injured or sick pigs.
Food safety violations. Over the years, Smithfield has had many recalls due to the concern that their products were contaminated with salmonella. Additionally, Smithfield has mislabeled many of their products and failed to include the presence of allergens, putting certain customers at risk. The recalls in this slide are current as of May 2011. Environmental issues. Premium Standard Farms, a Smithfield division in Missouri, were found guilty of dumping more than 1 million gallons of hog waste into nearby rivers. Additionally, flooding from Hurricane Floyd caused sewage from a North Carolina plant's waste pond to spill over into rivers close by. And in 1997, the EPA fined Smithfield $12.6 million for almost 7,000 Clean Water Act violations. This was one of the largest fines ever given by the EPA. Workforce exploitation. Tar Heel is a rural community in North Carolina. It is also home to the world's largest meatpacking plant, which is owned by Smithfield. Because of its rural location, there are few jobs and the area is economically depressed. As a result, local residents are forced to work low-paid jobs at the Smithfield plant, which is dirty, dangerous, and unpleasant work environment. Because of the economic factors playing to Smithfield's advantage, it is able to get away with exploiting its workforce. Smithfield and illegal workers. Prior to 2007, Smithfield had a large workforce of undocumented workers at its plants. These workers, most of whom came from extreme poverty, considered minimum wage a fortune and willingly worked for that amount of pay. Unfortunately, this had the effect of driving down wages for legal workers who found they could not live a decent life on the same wages. Conditions were poor and were so bad that even the illegals could not stand the environment at the Tar Heel plant and risked deportation by going on strike. This attention ultimately led to a raid on the plant by immigration enforcement and the removal of illegal labor. However, since Smithfield assumes that its workers will provide valid information, they choose not to verify it, and as a result, many illegals have likely returned. Why did we choose Smithfield for our report? We believe that Smithfield has very poor ethics. Any company that blatantly disregards laws, human rights, and animal welfare cannot possibly be ethical.